This is about the Bosch Tassimo and the flashing red light, as you can see here. Ignore the one flashing because that's just because I've taken the water tank out, but it's more to do with the one on the left bottom. And as you can see, it's got the 3 sort of spray logo on there, and that's basically to tell you that you need to descale the machine. And until you do so and run it through that program, it's not going to stop. So what you need is the descaling tablets. In a hard water area, you need 2, otherwise you could get away with 1, and tank about this full. You need to drop those 2 tablets in now. I'm going to do 2 just to make sure it's nice and clean, and give that a couple of minutes so it's fully dissolved in there. You also need the service disc, which you saw earlier. If you haven't got one, then you can buy one from eBay, Amazon, and they're only a few pounds. Some of them even come with the descaling tablets as I got. So pop in the service disc. You might even have it at the back of your machine if you can't find it. I'll show you that towards the end of the video. Pop that in and it will read the barcode, letting the machine know that you're going to run it through that service. You'll need a fairly large cup. Sort of this measuring jug goes up to a pint, and even this gets full. If you're going to use smaller cups, then just keep an eye on it so you can change it out. But the full program runs for about 20 to 30 minutes, so I would suggest getting a bigger cup just so you don't have to hover around it. Pop that lid in, and then you need to hold this down for about 3, 4, maybe 5 seconds, and then you'll start to see it flash, and that's the service going to start now. As you can see, if you hold it down any longer, it doesn't do anything different, so you can't over press, but you can under press it. Now what this will do, when it goes through the 20 to 30 minute program, it will take a break and it will kind of put in clean water through into the jug over that whole period of time. So it's not a constant stream of water coming in. So you just need to be aware of that. So it hasn't just suddenly stopped and you don't need to keep starting it again. That's just how it runs. Now on a couple of machines, it does go through a short cycle and then stop. So that happens on occasions, but it shouldn't do. If yours stops after a minute or 2 and it clearly hasn't run the full 20 to 30 minutes before the orange light comes on, which tells you that it's stopped the cycle, then you'll need to start it because for whatever reason or fault, it's not run the full program. Now here's a clip where it's sort of 5 minutes in. You can see the water start to fill now. And you'll see the lights will be flashing all the way through the whole cycle. There you go, there's a cycle that's just come in, so you can see how it looks from a break, and it'll squirt some water through and then stop again. And there you go, I fast forwarded right to the end. You can see that the whole pint glass is full, a little bit over the edge as well, and the orange light is on. So that tells you it's fully complete now. So at this stage, you know the whole program has run and it's cleaned it through. Can take the water jug out. As you can see from what we filled earlier, it's only left a little bit of water, so we were just about right with what we needed. So you don't need to fill it for the descaling first run. Now we put some fresh water in, and we're going to run a few cycles just to clear out that residue. You do this 4, maybe 5 times, but the Tassimo program will stop or tell you a signal once you're done anyway, so you don't need to keep count. There you go, so empty the glass, open the lid, and you're going to shut it again. we go, that will turn green, and then you can just press that as you do with your normal coffee. No need to hold it this time, and this will do 4 or 5 bursts of water. You'll need to keep pressing on these ones, so you can't just leave it at this stage. You'll need to be besides it. So I'll run the cycles so you can see what actually happens, just in case for any reason you have a fault and you don't know what to sort of work against. Now I must say I've muted this video from the actual Bosch machine, but it does make quite a loud noise. And that is normal, that's just how it's meant to run. Okay, now that tells you when it's ready to go again. Then we're ready to go. There we go, so we've come up to our second cycle now, and the light on the right hand side will go green when it's ready. There we are, and we can just simply press it again, and you'll just do this the 3, 4, 5 times that it needs. Nearly to the brim of the cup on the third cycle, so we'll empty that in a moment. Okay, so let's empty because I don't think the next cycle is going to hold all in there. There we are, let's pop that back in and finish off the cycles. I think got a couple left now. Okay, and either this one or the next one should be finished, but you'll notice it'll be clear in a moment when the cycles are done. Okay, it's got one more, I think. But just keep going until it doesn't tell you by the green light. Okay, so that was the last one, and as you can see, the orange light on the left will come on once it's done all the cycles. So like I said earlier, you don't need to keep count. So that's it, descaled. We've put fresh water in there, and obviously just remember, I didn't say it earlier, but clean out the actual water tank itself. Just make sure that's nice and clean, give it a wipe as well. So now we can open this up, take the service disc out, and that's basically done for you. Service disc. Now if you've lost yours or you can't find it, there's a chance that it could be in the back. So this is where it's actually stored, or meant to be stored from new, so you can pop that back in there so you remember where it is next time. If you've misplaced yours, have a look in there, because there's a good chance hopefully it'll be in there for you. If not, don't worry, it's only a few pounds. You can buy that from eBay, Amazon, and like I said, I'll leave a link so you can buy that. Now here's another bit that I'm going to show you as well that you can clean as well. Now here's the barcode scanner and the actual part that the cup goes through, the coffee pods, should I say. So if you get a tissue or a cloth, something with a bit of cushion behind it, and just literally push up, you won't break this, trust me. You just have to push up gently but firmly, and the top will pop out in a moment, which I'll show you. There we go, see that pop up? So that can just come out. This is absolutely fine to take out, and this is one piece, but you'll see there's 3 parts to it in a second. Now just watch the top parts, they are a bit sharp. That's the bit that pierces the pod. It's relatively easy to cut yourself on it, so just be careful with the top there. And I'll just take this apart so you can see the 3 segments that's made up of it, and then we'll give those a clean as well. Now, if you've never opened this, there might be quite a lot of coffee stain over there, so you know, give it a good clean, and that'll improve your coffee as well. So here you can see the 3 parts. Now I've loosened this so it doesn't just come off this easy, you'll have to give it a good pull, but these are the 3 parts that actually come out, and literally you just pop the bottom down towards or away from the base, and the top does the same. So just pull it apart in a straight motion, don't twist or bend in any way. So give this a clean and then dry it with a tissue or something, and then we'll put that back together. There we are, that's about as clean as I can get it, I think, and then we'll put those back together to form one piece, and then pop that back in the Tassimo as well. There we are, so you can see how sharp it is from the side there, so like I say, be careful. And then you pop this back in, making sure that the sharp piercing part is in the same position, which it won't fit in any other way anyway, and then just gently push that back in and you're done. Now your coffee machine's back how it's meant to be, ready to go, and as you can see, it's just waiting for you to pop in some coffee now. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments below. Try my best to help you, and as far as I'm aware, this would work with the different variants of the Bosch Tassimo, so yeah, give it a go and you should be fine.